Chardonnay. We have a dry red named Family Reunion. We have a Cabernet Sauvignon. We have a Malbec, a Sojourn, which is our port. We also have Sweet Peggy Sue, a white sweet wine. Chenin Blanc in grape is the base with orange muscat juice. And we also have one we call Sweet Surrender, which is a sweet Cab Franc that is very good, makes a wonderful sangria. So have a seat and let's taste some wine. All right, we always start with our Chardonnay first. Cut that. The grapes came from California. Wine was made here in Texas. Made with a passive micro-oxygenation tank. Very low oak. Very nicely balanced wine. Cheers. One of the things that we really like to do is show people when they come to Texas Legato how a glass will affect the taste of your wine, or how some of the wine accessories will affect it. One of the accessories that we really like to show off is this Venturi. It sucks air into your wine as you're pouring through it and allows the wine to it just smooths off any of the rough edges that are in the wine. You want to try this?
I reckon. That's not bad for a younger brother. Not bad.
Why don't you just take them over to your place then if you think you can do any better?
Well, if they got a mind to it, I'll just darn right do it.
Began business in 2007, February of 2007, and we've had a little bit of luck with our wines, winning some medals in the Wines of the South competition and the Texas Lone Star wine competition. We went to the Hico State Cook-Off, and we won a silver medal there as a winery. And during that time, we were showing our Family Reunion, our Sojourn, our Sweet Peggy Sue, and then the Cabernet Sauvignon. We do everything here: grow grapes, pick, crush, ferment, bottle, age, and sell it. So we built this building beginning in July of 2006. And the first harvest that we had 14 barrels of fluid, of wine. And it was really crowded then. But now we're up to 28 barrels of capacity, which isn't a whole lot, but for a little guy, it's very challenging to move fluids around like we're supposed to. And we have 28 barrels, both French and American oak. And then we also rely on a passive micro-oxygenation tanks, which is like a barrel, except you don't get any leakage or an evaporation. You don't have to top the barrels off like we do here. And any oaking that you do, you put oak chips in the tank, suspended in, you can just pour them in, or you can suspend them in a gauze cloth, and then pull that, quote, tea bag out when you get as oaky as you want it to be. And so you get vertical storage, which is very important for us because we are so small. So we've got to gain height, and we'll go over and look at the passive micro-oxygenation tanks next. Now we have two 300-gallon passive micro-oxygenation tanks, and over here in the corner we have a 200-gallon tank. The first tank's holding our Williams Ranch Cabernet Sauvignon. The middle tank is our 2009 Petite Syrah. It's going to be really good. And the low tank, 200-gallon tank, is holding what we'll be converting into our port later on this year. And I'm going to mispronounce the grape, but it's Alianico. And this one is going to be really thick, a lot of fruit flavors, and I think it's going to make a wonderful port. And if you want to step out onto the crush pad, which when we originally built the building, we did not have the crush pad covered. And after doing about 2 crushes with the heat beating down on top of you, we went ahead and covered it. So on overflow days, we will taste wine out on the crush pad. So let's go look at the crush pad. All right, we're sitting out on our crush pad now where we use this as an overflow tasting area. And I'm pouring the Malbec, which does really well in this part of the state. And I do a little bit of blending with all of the wines that I make. I like to just add to the complexity of my wine by doing the blending. For instance, the Malbec has 3% Cabernet Sauvignon, 3% Merlot, and 1% Petite Sirah. To my knowledge, there's only 4 wineries in the state of Texas growing the Petite Sirah grape, and so by adding Petite Sirah into all of my wines, it seems to make a little bit of difference in how my wines taste as compared to other people's. One of the things that we like to do at Texas Legato is show off our hummingbirds. From the tasting room, looking out through the window, you can see hummingbirds hitting these feeders all the time. And I could be in the biggest sales pitch and somebody will say, "Oh, look, hummingbird." And they have the undivided attention of the customer. So it's a little attraction that we have. And so if you want to visit our hummingbirds and visit us on your next Way Out Winery trip, we would love to see you. And with that, drink Texas wine.